Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 BMW M5 Touring. This model is finished off in a dark graphite metallic. However, it has a dealer installed matte PPF. So now it's dark graphite matte, and the MSRP is just over $134,000. So we have a very performance-oriented family station wagon that has a lot to offer. And we'll start off with what this is powered by, which is the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. This is also paired with the plug-in hybrid system along with the 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 717 horsepower, 738 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive, will do 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds with a top speed up to 190 miles an hour, and it also has a total EV range of about 25 miles. Now up front, you'll notice this has the illumination for the kidney grille, which will look really cool at nighttime. There's a forward camera, sensor for distance pacing, and tons of cutouts in the entire front end. To provide better cooling and aerodynamics, there's parking sensors too, a dark housing for the LEDs there, and then very crisp lines coming down the hood. Definitely gives it a beefy front end design for this station wagon. Now this has a really cool factory wheel option along with the red M Sport brakes. There's also the regenerative braking too. There's gloss black for the power folding side mirrors with a camera and a turn signal. It's on the window trim, the roof racks, and this has a full fixed moonroof up top. And then very crisp lines that flow down the side, and this has the flush design for the door handles. Now there's also gloss black for the spoiler with the third brake light. There's the wiper blade, LEDs, backup camera, and a split design for the quad tip dual exhaust with the bumper. So there's some body colored sections in the middle there. Now this also has remote start, so you can use the key fob for that. You can also use the key fob or the release underneath. And for this station wagon, you have SUV type of space in back. There is a little bit underneath the floor here. You can also fold down the back seats from here. There's a cover which can be stored underneath if you don't want it. There's a 12 volt and some storage there, but a lot of space. If you're looking for one vehicle that can basically do everything, this is a perfect blend. Now you can close the vehicle, you can lock it too. This does not have proximity door handles for the rear, but there are settings within the infotainment system where you can approach the vehicle, all four doors will unlock, you can walk away, and they will lock without having to grab the key fob. So there's ways around it where you won't even think twice. Now this also has sunshades. There's Bowers & Wilkins for the audio, storage down below, some nice soft touch materials, and then some black leather seats here. Now at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. There's an area to charge and attach tablets. There's vents. These are heated seats. There's fan speed where you'd like the air to go, and some storage down below. And then the armrest with cup holders. You can also fold down this middle seat individually. And I have about an inch and a half between the Alcantara headliner. So it is definitely spacious for adults. And then up front, you'll notice the ambient lighting strip, which has memory seating adjustments in it, lock and unlock. There's window controls, side mirror adjustments, the liftgate, storage, and then some dark gray accents. M5 on the door sill, and then a beautiful design for these sporty bucket style seats. Now as we start this up, this has a leather steering wheel with the flat bottom design, massive paddle shifters with M1 and M2. There's cruise control settings. You'll notice the ambient lighting strip indicates the adaptive cruise. And then there's volume, music, Bluetooth and voice commands, and then controls to get into the gauge cluster. So there's a good bit of content to scroll through, just depending on what you like to see, even the augmented reality, which will be better at nighttime, but you can use that if needed. And you can pull up a few of these vitals here, and then even get into the head-up display. So you can pull up a few features depending on what it needs to be shown. Now there's also the carbon fiber with more lighting. You have adjustments for your headlights, fuel cap release, that vent there. And then with the infotainment system, you can go through it using the control down below, or of course it is touch screen. So you have a lot of icons to get into, including the charging, so that way you can monitor all of that. You can also get into Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, there's interior lighting, different driving settings to get into as well. And then the home screen has all of these widgets here. And you can configure them as needed, depending on what you'd like to have. There's also the climates, navigation, music. This model has heated and ventilated seats, a heated steering wheel, and temperature adjustments. Underneath that, there's more lighting with some defrosters and controls for the center vents. There's storage, cup holders, and auxiliaries. And then behind the shortcuts for this screen, you have volume tuning. There's also M mode. You can go from road to sport, which will change both the gauge cluster and the head-up display. And in this mode here, you can also pull up some information on that left side if you want to look at some more vitals, and then a very large TAC for the head-up display. M Hybrid is how you can get into all of the different driving modes. You have Dynamic Plus, which is a combination of engine and hybrid. Hybrid is going to adapt for you. There's also full electric, and then you can charge the battery too. Now, setup is how you can get into M1 and M2, and you can configure all of these depending on how you want the vehicle to react. There's also traction control, a shortcut to the camera system, or just push that forwards for reverse. Where there's the top-down view, you have some shortcuts there. You can get into the 360 angle as well. So you have no shortage of visibility around this vehicle. There's drive, sport mode, e-brake is also park, there's auto hold, there's also an auxiliary in the armrest, a locking glove box, and then there's garage door buttons up top with dome lights and controls for the sunshade. Again, that glass is fixed. And then pretty good amount of visibility for this longer vehicle. But now let's go ahead and get this hybrid wagon out on the road. And still in Dynamic Plus, here we go. And so that was a minor acceleration with the shift points in the lowest setting. So they were going to be slightly delayed, and now I have it in the quicker shifts. So that way, the moment you tap on the paddles, you are in the next gear. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the M5 Touring. It has a lot more potential, of course, than what I'm doing today. So with the amount of power this has and the 0 to 60 time that I mentioned earlier, you are going to have a very performance-oriented family-style station wagon. And the interior is super nice too. All of the ambient lighting is somewhat of a gimmick, but it does change depending on the mode that you're in, and at nighttime, it is going to light up and definitely give it a cool interior vibe. And then as far as headroom goes, at 5'10", I have about 2 inches or so, and with the height adjustable seat a little bit farther down, you could be taller than me and still fit comfortably behind the wheel. So it is fantastic for just being large on the interior and offering a lot of space. And it sounds really good too. Now with some of the hybrid settings, let's put it into electric now. So you'll notice the gauge cluster will turn blue, and then once I tap on a paddle shifter, it goes back into the hybrid settings. So you cannot use those while you are in electric. So here we go in full EV. And that is about it as far as its acceleration goes, getting up to 45. Still impressive. It's pushing a lot of weight for that hybrid system, but just cruising in EV now. You have the regenerative braking too, so you can just charge the battery while driving, but I would recommend plugging it in. From my ownership experience with a plug-in hybrid, you can get it to charge some just out driving like I am right now, but it will take a good bit if you want to try to get it fully charged. So plugging it in every night, every other night, depending on how you're driving, is definitely going to help. That way you can basically reset every time you go to drive this. And then you have Dynamic Plus too, where we are in full power mode. This would be fantastic. Brakes do a great job too for its weight, but this would be a fantastic vehicle to take to the mountains and really see how well this handles with its weight, low center of gravity. It's definitely going to be something that you can have a blast driving. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 M5 Touring. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.